Welcome everybody to this week's edition of the online program for the Sunshine Coast alumni. And we've been talking, our topic is this idea of what we can learn from research on how therapy works, on how therapy helps people recover. And this week, we're going to talk about another common thing that we keep hearing, not only from the Sunshine Coast alumni, but also in the research literature, what clients have told the researchers help them. And this is that they look at something in a new way. Okay, so this idea would be, just give you an example, let's say I get out of treatment and somebody says, oh great, you're out of treatment, let's go for a beer. And I get really offended by this and I'm starting to yell and scream because I'm going to make this assumption that the way I'm interpreting this fellow's remark to me, let's go have a beer, is he's just making fun of me. In actual fact, maybe he thinks I'm cured because I went to treatment, right? Maybe totally innocent, right? And so if I can learn that and learn that maybe this assumption that I jumped to wasn't actually accurate and be open to different ideas, different ways of interpreting this, do you want to go out for a beer? Then I will feel better, and this will then help me. And people like Albert Ellis, the famous psychologist, who say if you could change this way of thinking about things, you would actually feel better, and this would affect as well your behavior. So it has this ripple down effect, and until, in fact, Alice would say it would improve your well-being and your positive mood and all of this kind of thing. So we can measure this this idea that I'm changing things, and we measure it again by giving these what we call self-report instruments. But the idea behind this is what helps the people change is they shift how they view this situation or that situation. Things that maybe they used to get into trouble before, like driving down the road, right? Roadway rage or something, right? Just believe, oh yeah, this guy cut me off, and then go follow him to the police station, or chase him down the road. And if you can interpret that and say, well, it's not a personal attack. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the person just had no idea what they were doing. Maybe they were on their cell phone, who knows, right? That it wasn't a personal attack. And that the response to this error in judgment maybe was a little bit overboard, right? And so if they can understand that, then this will have a ripple effect in how they feel about themselves. Anyway, just for your own information, we call that cognitive restructuring. Big fancy name, but it's a shift in the way we think about this situation or that situation, or how this person reacted to us, or what that person said to us. But the idea is to be open to new alternatives, new possibilities. And again, you can ask yourself, does that sound like you in recovery? Are you now more open to different ways of looking at something, different ways of interpreting something, instead of jumping to a conclusion and just assuming that somehow your interpretation is the correct one? Anyway, that's it for this week, and we'll be back next week.